Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. What if I told you that the Packers might be on the verge of making a bold move that could reshape their entire secondary and give them a serious edge heading into the next season? That's right. Rumors are swirling about a potential trade involving Patrick Surtain, the star cornerback from the Denver Broncos. This isn't just some idle speculation. Sources suggest the Broncos are considering parting ways with Surtain as part of a larger transition period they're in, especially on offense, and they're eyeing draft picks and a young CB in return. The idea is to focus on rebuilding their offense around their quarterback, and Surtain, at just 25, is a prime piece to flip for future assets. For the Packers, this could be a game changer, adding a lockdown corner to their already solid secondary and sealing their status as a top-tier defense in the NFC. Let's take a step back and analyze what Surtain would bring to Green Bay. This guy is a true shutdown corner, a guy who can lock down the opponent's best receiver, especially in a division filled with talented pass catchers like the Bears, Vikings, and Lions. Surtain's skill set is exactly what the Packers need, someone who can neutralize elite WR1s, something they struggled with at times last season. You've seen what a player like him can do? Just look at what he already accomplished in his career so far. In 2025, he's projected to be an elite corner with impressive stats like 26 solo tackles, 4 pass deflections in just 11 games, despite missing 3 due to injury. His PFF grade is a stellar 92, and he's allowed receptions at a rate of just 45%. When you look at his EPA per target of -0.25 and separation of 1.4 yards, it's clear he's a true lockdown guy, capable of shutting down even the most talented WRs. His career numbers are impressive, too. Over 76 games, Surtain has accumulated 198 tackles, 12 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, and a missed tackle rate of just 5.2%. Sure, he's had injuries, like that shoulder injury in Week 7 last season. But he returned strong, including a 2-pass deflection performance against the Chiefs in Week 1. Surtain's ability to shut down top receivers is reminiscent of the impact Stephon Gilmore had in 2019, when he boosted the Patriots' defense and snagged 22 more interceptions that season. If the Packers managed to land him, it would be akin to adding a cornerstone piece, someone who can elevate their secondary from good to elite. Now, from the Broncos' perspective, this move makes sense. They're currently 7-7 with cap space around $2.7 million, and they're allowing roughly 220 passing yards per game. They're in a bit of a cap crunch, with Surtain's market value sitting around $22 million per year. They're looking at the future, trying to rebuild their secondary and focus on offense, and trading Surtain would open up some cap space, plus they'd get draft picks and a promising young corner in return. It's a classic rebuild move, similar to what the Patriots did with Stephon Gilmore in 2019, and it might be the right call for Denver to reset their roster. For the Packers, the potential acquisition of Surtain could be a game changer, especially considering their current strengths and weaknesses. Right now, their secondary grades out at around 75, 4 on PFF, and they're allowing about 210 yards through the air per game. Adding Surtain would instantly boost their secondary's consistency and shutdown ability. Pairing him with Jaire Alexander creates a formidable duo. Imagine a CB tandem capable of locking down top receivers week after week. The Packers have already been building a strong defense, but Surtain's addition could turn them into one of the best units in the league. And let's not forget the playoff implications. The Packers are currently sitting at a solid 9-3-1 record, and with Surtain in the fold, their chances of making a deep postseason run skyrocket. His ability to lock down top receivers like Cooper Kupp in high-stakes games could be the difference between a deep playoff push and an early exit. If Surtain joins Green Bay, it could elevate their defense to a level that would make them a nightmare for any offense in the NFC, especially when you consider the possibility of shutting down high-powered teams like the Rams or even the Eagles in the playoffs. The impact wouldn't just be immediate, it would set the tone for the future. Certain's presence would anchor the secondary for years to come, creating a defensive unit that's tough to beat, precisely what the Packers need if they want to contend for another Super Bowl. His skills are reminiscent of the top corners in the league, and the potential for him to elevate the entire defense is enormous. Plus, with rumors swirling about the Packers possibly making a splash this offseason, this move would send a clear message to the rest of the league. Green Bay is all in, ready to compete at the highest level, and willing to make bold moves to secure their next championship window. Now, looking at the bigger picture, this trade could be a pivotal moment in the NFC North. The Vikings are always competitive, and the Lions have been surging lately, but if the Packers can add a player like Surtain, they immediately jump ahead of their rivals in terms of talent and consistency. It would be a statement move, showing everyone that Green Bay isn't just content with being a playoff team. They want to dominate the division and challenge for a title. Of course, there are questions and hurdles. Will the Broncos be convinced to part with Surtain? Will the Packers be willing to part with draft picks or other assets? And what about the salary cap implications? These are all things that will be sorted out in the coming weeks, but the potential is undeniable. If it happens, it could be the start of a new era, a secondary anchored by Surtain, leading a defense that's designed to shut down offenses and win championships. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Do you think Surtain would be the perfect piece to complete the puzzle? Are you excited about the possibility of seeing him in green and gold? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news. This kind of move is exactly what the Packers need to elevate their roster and set themselves up for sustained success. The secondary has been solid, but adding a player like Surtain would push them into elite territory. Think about the possibilities: shut down corners, a secondary that can match up with the best in the league, and a defense that's built to win in the playoffs. That's the kind of formula that can lead Green Bay back to the Super Bowl, and with the right pieces falling into place, the Packers are positioning themselves beautifully for a deep postseason run. And let's be honest, Packers fans, we've seen what a top-tier secondary can do. Remember the impact of players like Stephon Gilmore during his prime, or Jaire Alexander's ability to lock down WR1s. Surtain has that same potential, and his addition could be the final piece to turn the Green Bay defense into a nightmare for offenses. It's about seizing the opportunity, making bold moves, and ensuring that this team is ready to compete at the highest level. The NFC is wide open, and with Surtain on board, the Packers could be the team that's just a few steps away from hoisting Lombardi again. In conclusion, the rumors about Patrick Surtain heading to Green Bay are nothing short of exciting. It's a move that could redefine the team's defense, bolster their playoff chances, and send a message to the league that the Packers are ready to contend for another Super Bowl. Whether it happens or not, it's clear that the Packers are always looking for ways to improve, and the possibility of landing a player of Surtain's caliber is a testament to that relentless pursuit of greatness. So stay tuned, keep the faith, and let's see what the future holds for Green Bay. With the right moves, this team is set up to make some serious noise in 2025 and beyond.